Welcome, my dear student, in the new topic. And today's topic that we have to discuss here is the micro instructions. Now, in your mind, there is a question: is that what exactly I mean by micro instruction? A micro instruction is nothing but it's a particular part of instruction, as similar to the instruction we can say that, but it has a certain different. Now, how it is to be different that we are seeing in this micro instruction topic. A simple way to structure the micro instruction is to assign a one bit position to each control general signals which is required on the CPU. We will see that how it required. But this scheme has a serious drawback, which assigning the individual bits to each control signal, which result in a long micro instruction. And because of this, a number of required signal is a large number of signals that we carry here. And also only a few bits are set to 1 because it is to be used for active gating in any several number of micro instructions, which means that available bit space is poorly used. That you see here, a straightforward way to structure the micro instruction is to assign a one bit position to each and every control signals. That does it mean. And also, however, this is a very inefficient. There is no any efficiency because as we use a number of bits, as we increase the number of bits, we have to increase the number of signals. So as there are a number of signals, it has number of it has a number of bits. It means definitely it has a number of signals. और जितने number of signals ज़्यादा रहेंगे उतना ही वहाँ पे efficiency उतनी ही कम रहेगी. After that, the main and important part is that the lane can be reduced and most of the signals are not needed simultaneously, and the many signals are mutually exclusive. All the mutually exclusive signals are to be placed in a same group in the binary coding. For example, we'll take a simple example. Only a one function of ALU can activate it at a time, or two different registers cannot be gated together simultaneously on the same bus. That was very important. And at the most one micro operations per group is to be specified in terms of the micro, and such a grouping of a control signal into a field which required additional hardware. That was very important. Now regarding to that one, we can say a different thing that this micro in terms of the micro instruction, it is a simple there is a simple way to structure the micro instruction is to assign a one bit position to each and every control signal which is required on the CPU. But ये स्कीम इतना सिंपल जो है बट उतना ही कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है क्योंकि नंबर ऑफ सिग्नल नंबर ऑफ बिट्स अगर बढ़ते हैं तो वहाँ पे नंबर ऑफ कंट्रोल सिग्नल्स भी उतनी ही बढ़ेगी और जिससे कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी बहुत बढ़ती है और इफिशियंसी उतनी ही कम होती है. And after that, for that purpose, we will take a simple example. Consider the single bus CPU and assume that it contains only the 4 general purpose registers. Like that general purpose register will be either R0, R1, R2, R3, R4, right? R0, R1, R2, R3, and some of the connections in the CPU and permanently enable the output of the instruction register to the decoding circuit and both the inputs to the ALU. The remaining connection to the various registers require the total several number of 20 gating signals. Additional control signals it not required that is not available in that one, like read, write, clear, set, carry, WMFC. This type of signal is not to be required in that one. End signals. And finally, we must specify the function which is to be performed by the ALU. Let us assume that there are 16 functions are to be provided, including addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and XOR, like this. This function is depend on a particularly arithmetic and logic unit which is used and do not necessarily show one-to-one correspondence with the machine instruction of the opcode. In total, 42 control signals are to be needed. In the simple encoding scheme, the need for the 42 control signals means that at least 42 bits are to be needed in each micro instruction, and fortunately the length of the micro instructions can be needed and can be incremented. can be reduced very easily, and most of the signals are not needed simultaneously, and the many signals are to be taken very exclusively. For example, only the one function of the ALU can be activated at a time, and the source data transfer must be unique, and because of it, it is not possible to get the content of the two different registers onto the bus at the same time. Here we can see the format of the micro instructions. From that format, you get a clear-cut idea regarding to that one. The read and write signals to the memory cannot be activate simultaneously. This suggests that the signal can be grouped so that all the mutually exclusive the signals are to be placed in the same group, and thus at the most one micro operations per group is to be specified in a micro instruction. Then it is possible to use a binary coding scheme to represent the signals within the group. For example, here we take a simple example for the micro format of the micro instruction. The 4 bits suffix to be represent the 16 available functions in the ALU. That register output control signals can be placed in a group consisting of that the PC out, then MDR out, Z out, address out, RO out, R0 out, R1, R2, R0, R1, R2, R3 out, and temporary out. Any one of these can be selected by the unique 4-bit code. Right? Also, a natural grouping can be made for the remaining signals, which is shown in that in this figure. For example, a partial format of the micro instruction in which each group occupies a field which is large enough to contain at required code. This is simply a partially format of the micro instruction in terms of the F1, F2, F3, F4 up to the F8, and each and every bits it shows that there is a fluctuation of 4 bit, 3 bit, 3 bits, 4 bit, 2 bits, 1 bit, 1 bit, and FT ever. In the most of the field, it must include the one inactive code for the case in which there is no action is required, and all zeros in F1 it indicate one of the registers specified in the field, and that should have its own contents which is placed on the bus, and F4 contains a 4 bit to specify one of the 16 operations which is to be performed by the ALU, and that was a very important the most of the field must include the one inactive code for the case in which there is no any action required. For example oriented, we will consider that a simple example that all zeros pattern in F1 indicate that none of the register that may be specified is in the field should have to contains the place on the bus. In inactive code is not needed in all fields. For example, the F4 contain the 4 bit which specify that one of the 16 operations performed in ALU, and since there is no spare code it to be included in that was very important, and the ALU is inactive during the execution of every micro instruction. However, its activity is monitored by the test. Also, the grouping control signals into the field which required a little more hardware, and because of decode circuits must be used to decode the 1 bit pattern of which field into individual control signals, that and the lots of this additional hardware is more than offset by the reduced the number of bits in each micro instruction which results in the smaller control store, and it already shows in that above figure that only the 20 bits are to be needed to store the pattern of 42 signals. If you count the total number of bits, there are only 20 bits are to be there. 4 plus 3 7, 7 plus 3 10, 10 plus 4 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, and last is the 20. Total 20 bits are to be required for performing that complete operation. So this is the format of the micro instruction, which is a partial format that we see here, and how that are to be available, that also we are discussing here. So the next important part related to the micro instruction we will discuss in the next video. So keep watching that video, and thank you.